Missoula spring market is heating up. More buyers, more homes, and most importantly, we have interest rates, wait for it, this is what we all been waiting for, dipping under 6%. So let's see how we can use that to your advantage. My name is Jeremy Williams with the Bannack Real Estate Group, and each month we try to bring you hyper-local information so you can make important strategic decisions based on real data. So let's get into the market. In March, we saw 274 homes on the market, 68 homes were sold, and 79 new listings came on the market, which meant the inventory actually grew by 11 homes. At the same time, 89 new homes went under contract, and that means we ended the month at 146 under contracts, which is a lot of activity for this time of the year. We've got just over 4 months of inventory, and according to the numbers, we have about 146 homes short of being up to a normal market. So what does this mean? Well, we're still a seller-leaning market, although it doesn't have the intensity that we saw a few years ago. Year to date, we've seen 184 homes sold, and last year at this time we were at 205. So we're about 89% of the pace of last year. However, it's only about 21 homes. So we have slightly fewer closings, but we have a lot more under contracts building up, so that's going to catch up relatively quick. This tells us that the buyers are waking back up, especially to take advantage of the better interest rates. For buyers, here's how you win. Well, first, understand that there's more houses to look at than we've seen in the last couple of years. However, good homes are still going to sell quick, so you want to be ready when the right home comes on the market. Second, because rates are dropping, they dropped from 8% 2 years ago down to the mid sixes, and now they're even into the high fives. Well, you got to understand that that's going to create one or two situations: an opportunity to get the same house at the same price for less money and actually save on your monthly payments, or you're going to be able to go up in a price category and maybe get some more of those features and benefits that you weren't able to get before. And then third, don't forget about this upper price range, $900,000 and above. There's been 21 homes sold this year, but there's 76 on the market, so it's showing a lot of inventory. Some of those homes are staying on, and in that price range, you probably have a little bit more negotiating room with a serious seller than you'd have otherwise. For sellers, it's still a really solid window. We're just short of a normal market by 146 houses, and buyers are writing offers. 89 new pendings in just last month alone. If you're under 650, you're priced correctly, you're in a very strong position. If you're over 900,000, it's going to be very important they have the right presentation and the right real estate agent and the right pricing to make sure that your home gets sold in a reasonable time period for the best possible price. One of the best stories of this spring is going to be the rate shift. When rates move from, say, mid-high sixes down to the high fives, well, it really substantially changes your buying power. For some, it opens up the door to new neighborhoods, maybe new features that you wouldn't have got otherwise, and for others, it means a more comfortable payment on that same priced house. If you haven't updated your pre-approval letter since rates dropped, probably working on outdated numbers, and it's worth taking a look into. If you're thinking about buying or selling Missoula this spring, and you want to play in the market, not just watch it, you're going to want to reach out. We'll take you through the numbers, the time frame, and how today's rates and inventory can be used to your advantage. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next month's inventory, because knowledge is going to be king as we head into the spring.